So I lost some of my video, so I'm gonna have to rig this with a picture, but it'll still work. So here's the case removed. There's a bunch of torque screws. So what I did was take the nuts off, remove the copper bus bar, desolder this circuit board. It's proprietary. You can see the little tabs here. I desoldered some and I cut some on the bottom also. That way I'd have room for the balance leads. Of course, get rid of all this plugs and stuff. And then you're ready to solder on the BMS wires. So here you can see where I attach my BMS balance leads. If you desolder the board, you get long tabs. If you cut it off, you get short ones. So it's up to you. I desoldered some. That one I couldn't desolder, it wouldn't come off, but I think that's gives you some more wiggle room. And then my plan is, since it's got these big tabs on each side, is main plus on here. I trimmed that plastic to fit a bigger 10 gauge wire. And then I got room for the minus on this side, because the clamshell will completely encase this on here, so there's no room to run the wires on the top. They have to go on the side. And only on one side, because the other side, the case is right against it also. You can kind of see here. Because I want to reuse the case. And then I trimmed off some, I need to get the Dremel out. I trimmed off some webbing there, because then the BMS will go on the end right here with some foam and whatnot. So I needed to make room there for it. So you can see on this side, there's some room where the board was. And here, not much room. And here, you could run some balance wires, but that's about it. So then now I got a pretty big spot here for BMS just sitting there. It's got a hole here I'm going to try and reuse for the exit hole, like maybe make a bracket or something to hold the wire. Let's see if that works. My lid's having trouble closing on here and I don't know where it's rubbing, so in comes the peanut butter to see if it's rubbing on the BMS. If the peanut butter gets squished or dented, that means it's rubbing. Other things work, but I just had some laying around. So I put Kapton tape on the balance wires, a couple pieces of felt where the main wires I thought might rub the top, because the top has these ribs. A couple pieces here and there. And we're ready to assemble. Filled in the old ports, just some hot glue. This one I put some cardboard behind to give it some backing to fill in. I didn't glue it to the bottom since that's where the case halves go together. I just got to fill these in next. So here is the port. I used a XT60 style bulkhead connector. This is, of course, the discharge port, but is also the charging port. So you just have to have extra wire off your leads out to charge it. And the BMS will take care of the rest. Hope this helped you convert your pack.